Heck of a spot to jump into. Riding on Shinryu form Zeno, or Xenos. And about to fight Meteon. And going in blind as hell. It's so weird that, like, we had the Azam Crystal, which allowed us to call back all of our comrades after they were basically sacrificed to make the land traversable. You would assume as soon as we couldn't traverse anymore, we would not be able to traverse anymore once they were called back. But, nope, everything was still fine. Of course, you know, that's the MMO side. Story-wise, that makes no sense. And once we're done with this, it's like, well, shit. Xenos is gonna definitely want to fight us. It's like, well, you've finished your query, have you? 7-minute wait time. No one else is queuing. Gross. I wonder if I could find a party finder? Tsukiyomi, Tika. Oh, this is in general. We need to look at trials. Reef of Snakes, Jade Stoa, Mitch Valley, Tsukiyomi, Jinbei. All older stuff. Weird. Fate Grinding. And Elpis. Mare Libernatorum. Labyrinthos. Adventuring Foray. Sandor. Clear ship doable with 8 people. How? You're picking the wrong time to do that right now, man. Everyone's trying to do like mostly newer content. Except for these guys. Raids with CD mod, really? Bahamut been synced. Gross. Grand Cosmos, Alabigo. Relic Final Step Farm, BRB 2 minutes. Oh. It's Alabigo, so it's 70 plus. I could use that to get XP and work on mine. Hooah. Nope. There we go. See if we can do this without dying. final day. Endsinger.
You will never reach it. Will never reach the deliverance you seek.
Ends this day. There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Even stars must die.
Oop, I thought my did not go up. Oh, yep, well, didn't see that. Damn it. Okay, where... Alright. Going in blind always sucks, but this is what happens.
Utterly futile.
Completely unknown to me where the fuck where they were coming from.
Your suffering is at an end.
Got the same name for both moves. How do you tell the difference, Ray?
This is a kindness. All of us have known despair. We have seen the end.
Oh, come on!
The same end. Again and again.
Okay, so it's the moons you gotta watch out for. Of course, it's kinda hard to watch them when they're behind you. Tethered to it? What does that do?
A sorrow so deep only emptiness remains. 'Tis so lonely between the stars.
That.
We have seen the end.
Watch for the tether, for the one she's gonna make explode.
The same end. Again and again.
Maybe that side. Not gonna be using the LB because
this is a kindness.
Oh.
All of us have known despair.
Okay, so when he leans forward to the face, it's gonna be in, if the wings be out. Which it looks like. And I'm right in the fucking middle of it. God damn it.
If there is no happiness in life, there is only one place it may be found.
Well, that's bad.
Oblivion.
That's only one. That seems like a little too easy. We only hit 40%. Oh, it's one of those. We gotta save the LB for that.
Dynamis. No matter. You only delay the inevitable. This is fate.
Doing it again? Oh god.
Your time has come. It always does.
So it's another one? That's bad. Must be part of the fight. Oh, nice.
What is this defiance? No. The hatred, the pain, the loss. We cannot suffer it again.
We will stand against fate.
No matter the cost.
We've been here before. Many a time.
Thus do we know.
To never give up.
The hope will shine again.
What we saw. What I saw. This can only end in misery and desolation. No life, no star, nor the universe itself. None should hope for better.
You ain't stopping us. I don't know the fight completely, but I ain't fucking up this point. Well, that was rough, but I got it. Definitely don't know. Ooh, man, that frame drop.
Is it? Where lies happiness?
Woo, that frame drop was rough. So just apologizing for going in blind. Story. Meteon.
No matter where we flew, there was only darkness and loneliness and pain.
Oh, that was rain. I thought there was something weird going on. Wow, why is my shit? Okay, what's going on? Why am I bugging out? Alright, let's look at... chill mode is still turned on, which is supposed to bring everything down a little bit. Was it not open? Was that the problem? It should have been running in the background. That would explain why I was getting suddenly frame drop like crazy. I was trying to run normal without the program to tell it to not go nuts. Because the firmware in my video card decides, hey, let's run at 100 plus FPS when the computer can't really do that right now. Let's see. It seems okay right now. Maybe I have to make sure I open this every time just to be sure. So if I close the actual program, I guess stay good. Okay.
We couldn't find the answers Hermes yearned for. The answers he deserved.
And
Greetings, you who are my final encounter.
Meh. The heck? Why is it doing that? As soon as like the text moves ahead by 1 bar, it's like, all right, max out the GPU, and we're literally doing nothing. Stop it.
I wish to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts.
Yeah, it's definitely the game doing it. As soon as I click back onto it, it goes maxed out. That needs to stop. Let's see. Gaming. Why is Final Fantasy not showing up on my list of installed games? That's gonna be annoying. Drivers are up to date. None of that matters. Global display. Is it the FreeSync that's doing it? Try turning that off. That one's not supported.
May we please be friends?
Was that the problem? We're back on the game being the main window. And it's not losing its shit. Okay, let's see. Get some color back in those cheeks.
Yes, I can see them. The memories of a long, long...
Oh, god damn it.
So many people. The thoughts of them overflowing in your heart.
Okay, what in the world is this nonsense? Not doing that just goes back to custom. Okay. Why is this being a pain in the butt today? I don't understand. Temperatures are not outstanding or anything. It just, as soon as I'm like maining the game, it wants to max out my GPU. This is frickin' bunk. Okay, for global settings. And why can I not find Final Fantasy on my list? Or add it? Can I do that? Add a game. Let's see. Off main. Square Enix. I believe it's gonna be under boot. Properties. Off main square. Boot. Final Fantasy 14 boot exe. So is it this one? Because that's not the. I don't know if that's the right one. We'll try it. That chill's already enacted because I've got it set to global. Apparently it's not available for this application. Because that's not the actual game, of course, that's why. Final Fantasy DX11 EXE. Okay, so let's go back to add a game. Off main. Square, square, square. There you are. Boot. Config launcher system. No. Game. There it is. Open. Remove that one because it's not an actual game. Custom. It's still set correctly. I don't understand why it's being an asshole. So I guess I'll just click off and or click on and click off quickly so it'll stop being a dick.
What they live for, what gives their lives meaning. There was never a single answer. You gather pieces of happiness, precious and fragile, only to lose them, then start again. On and on it goes, until death takes you into its gentle embrace. Which Hermes sent us to find, was there all this time, on Atheris.
Wasn't always there. Created together.
Like a field of flowers, perhaps. At first a single blossom. It spreads and takes on more colors. Thank you for guiding me here. To find these words at journey's end fills me with joy. And so, before I fall forever silent, there is one thing I must do. No expression of regret will undo what my sisters and I have done, or restore what we have stolen. But if you would allow it, I would sing one last song. A song of the newfound joy that swells in my heart. Of the beauty of light when it shines across a dark and starless sea. Of a dream that from the soil of worlds now lost to sorrow, life will spring forth once more. Nourished by gentle rains and caressed by uplifting winds. A song of hope.
She has way too much power considering. Back to normal.
One day, life will fill the universe again, and Hermes will see this and smile. How, I do not know. But I do know that where there is a will, there is a way. After all, miracles happen every day. Do they not? will create a path back to your ship, where your dear friends await. Hold in your heart your desire to return to them, then follow my lead and walk forth. That hope will surely guide you true.
Is Xena's gonna catch a ride with us back home? Or are we gonna have a showdown like right now?
You mean to return to the world where you are hailed as a hero. Hear me then. Not as a hero, but as simply you. As I learned in Alamigo, you are a formidable foe. Stronger than any I have faced. Against you, I need bring my all to bear. I need burn through the candle of my life. This is the sole pleasure I know. And it is the sole pleasure I have to share. And so I come before you to issue challenge and offer singular bliss.
Nah.
If you wish to walk away, I will not stop you. You value life. You do not burn yours save for reasons you deem worthy. Reasons such as those which brought you here. The salvation of a world and its people. The motives of a hero true. But there is more to you than that. You know this to be true. As surely as you know the thrill of pushing your body and soul to their limits. Of confronting ever mightier foes, dancing ever closer to the precipice, wondering if this will be the one to finally fill the void. Such pleasures you seek for their own sake, and no other reason. Is this not so, adventurer?
That was good timing with the thunder. Don't know if that showed up. That I can and I think what you will, but I'm not letting you leave this place. Let's fight.
Ha! Finally mustered the desire to kill me, have you? Go on then. Try and strike me down in this forsaken place. I shall return the favor. Aye, let us indulge in the only worthwhile pursuit and burn our lives to their ends.
defeat Xenos. Frickin' knew it. I hope it doesn't go retarded on me now.
Come!
96. Jump to 90 for a second and jump down to 60. What you doing? Can I fight this guy and not have crippling FPS? Six sparks of hope. Burning with diamonds shaped in the memory of your journey exceed your own limits. Alright.
Hold nothing back! Push yourself to your limit and me to mine! Ha! Still fighting you, I see.
Oh, way too long.
Show me your vaunted fortitude.
Awkward. Uh-oh.
Soon you will know the full extent of my power.
Come hither.
Mine for the taking. Mine for the taking. A test of your reflexes.
Miss me, sucker!
A test of your reflexes.
That's a flare.
Mine for the taking.
Diamond dust. How do you know diamond dust? Ah. No, 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 no. That way. And I'm gonna die right here.
A test of your reflexes.
Woo, that was close.
your reflexes.
I assume the 6 is like 6 chances to not die.
Mine for the taking. Ah, my soul! How burns!
I assume you're not done yet. Devil trigger.
The inferno swelling within you. Come! Let all creation be consumed by our ravenous fervor! I have you! Ah! Do not tell me your life's fire is already spent.
Hardly.
Yes! Yes! Rise once more! It mustn't end yet! Mine for the taking! I have you! A test of your reflexes! Show me your vaunted fortitude! Mine for the taking! I have you!
Woo!
Mine for the taking!
Ooh, that hurt. Ethereal Ray. What do we do about this crap?
Mine for the taking! I have you! A test of your reflexes! Ah!
What you got now?
No, not yet. Not until the last of me is spent. Ah, there! Now fall! This is my moment! Our moment!
Oh shit. We're just straight up drag out fight now. Knock that fucker out.
That I should lose again. How disappointing. Never have I understood those around me. Understood their obsessions.
Back to maxed out GPU again. What the hell?
Besieged by their banality, the world is a mire of tedium and trivialities. But in these fleeting moments, there is a spark. Blinding, brilliant, gone too soon. What of you, my mirror, born into this world, bestowed name, bid to seek out strife and adventure? Was this life a gift or a burden? Did you find fulfillment?
Hello, sparkly thing. Ooh. Of course, how did the thing get there?
Can you hear him? Safe. Must tend to... When you're... Please.
Sounds like a Graha to me.
Someone, and
Please.
you can't leave us. Not like this. If you do, I'll never forgive you. So come on. Open your eyes and get up.
Are you with us?
Kinda.
Oh, thank the heavens. For a moment we thought...
Everyone alright?
After what you've done, you're the last person to be asking that. You... How can you keep your promise if you're not here?
Another fine show you've put on, my friend.
A fine show indeed. What were you thinking? Fighting alone? Never do that again. My poor heart couldn't bear it.
Put yourself in our place. If you hadn't returned, how do you think we would feel? And if that sounds harsh, it's because we care.
We tended to thy wounds as best we could, but how is the pain?
Wait, can I stand up?
That is gladdening. Grievous as thine injuries were, however, I would counsel repose for a time.
Gladdening! There's nothing gladdening about this. When Meteon appeared in here and told us that you were right behind her, we all got our hopes up. But you never came. And when you finally deign to appear, you're within an ilm of your life. Damn you! Damn you for making us worry!
Oh, those were cries of celebration!
They thought I was
that you're
dead.
all alive and in reasonably good health, and we mean to get you back that way. As for your earlier request, I'm quite certain we're in range to make contact now.
Ah, excellent. Let us announce our return at once. I hope you're ready.
While you were unconscious, we set out from Ultima Thule, you see.
Kind of figured.
Can you stand? If so, you may wish to see what's outside.
Oh my god, we touched an NPC!
We're home, my friend. We're home.
This is a very long story to suddenly end.
Is that? It is! It's the Ragnarok! They're back!
Thank heavens.
Truly.
They've done it!
Welcome home.
Yes!
Welcome home, everyone!
How do you know where we're gonna land? Also, damn, Krile, you're fast as shit.
Welcome home!
They can't hear you. Alright, we can skip through the credits. Speed faster. They're gonna show us images going from like 2.0 till now, I guess. I think that's when we went to go fight Garuda. Seen that scene 1,000 times. Okay. Let's see what the after scene is. What? Guess it was like passing the torch.
Dearest mother, dearest father, this letter will be the very last that I write to you from the rising stones. As I commit these words to parchment, I fondly recall my journey as a scion. From the time I first walked into the Order's former halls, to the time I set forth to forestall the final days. At the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, we fought the battle of our lives. Fought against despair itself, a veritable maelstrom of it, fed by the resignation that dwelled in the hearts of beings not so unlike ourselves. Full oft have I harbored the same malaise. Have I been brought to my knees, crushed by the weight of sorrow and defeat, convinced that I will never rise again. However, I have also known many moments of unbridled joy and happiness. By this truth do I find hope within, blooming resplendent, like the Elpis flower. And thus do I endure. Do I look forward to creating more memories with my friends and loved ones. For from these fertile seeds, yet more hope shall spring forth. And they will grow to become shining lights that illuminate the dark. Thus believing, I leave the rising stones behind, as will my comrades. For, as we have decided, after careful deliberation, we are disbanding the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
The what?
There you are, Alphino. Everyone is already gathered in the foyer.
My apologies. I'll be right there.
Why would they want to disband?
At least, that is what the story will be.
Okay.
Sorry to keep you all waiting.
What could you possibly have left to do now?
Oh, just a letter.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances. From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
Oh, I see. After becoming the saviors of the world, we don't want people to constantly turn to us for saving them constantly.
Meanwhile, we shall return to our erstwhile ways. Retreating from plain sight to take our place in the shadows once more.
Indeed. For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently as we seek out problems that want for solving. But a day will come when we face another great challenge, and we will face it together, as we always have.
As much as I look forward to that day, I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
Well, formal association or no, if any of you should require my services, you need but ask.
If we can find your
I'd be
ass.
glad to keep my lance arm honed.
I'll hold you to that. So you had better keep your link pearl on hand.
So you really mean to stay, Tataru?
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super-secret organization requires a super-secret base of operations. To the rest of the world, it will be naught more than a workshop for Eorzea's foremost up-and-coming artisan. If you thought our coffers were full to bursting before, just wait till I can devote myself wholly to the crafts.
Plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
I, for one, look forward to your future successes, Tataru, as do I our next meeting.
And with that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart. Leave no preparations undone or words unsaid, all right? Now, off with you.
Graha joined the Scions long enough to save the world and get disbanded. Oh, okay. Everyone just popped in all of a sudden. Let's start over here. Never mind. Cryo. This guy, how are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? Can't apologize enough for sending Xenos to find you in Ultima Thule. He came to me in Charlian. I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced to make a decision, I reasoned that if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in our cause, and so I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your earlier exertions, but knowing the state you were found in, it could have been ended very differently. My decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express the remorse I feel. I won't lie, I thought that was it for me. So did everyone. I'm so sorry. Time and time again, I've made to feel woefully inadequate. But it wasn't much use in battle, nor could I face the forum without my nerves getting in the better of me. I've always felt to you and the others. I must and will do better. And I shall begin with the restoration of the students in Baldesion. Through our work, Charlene will strengthen its ties with the other nations, and we will be better prepared to face whatever threats arise in the future. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully I have the staunch chest of help in Raha and Ojika and our other remaining members. Together we can continue Grandfather's work. As before, certain commissions will take us into dangerous locales, and we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. Such times, will you be willing to assist us? Not because you feel obligated, mind you, but because you feel the allure of for the task itself. Of course we will. Started this whole journey as just a random adventurer, and then got turned into, let's save the planet! Marvelous! Should something of interest arise, I shan't haste to reach out to you. Until that day, I shall endeavor to become more a dependable comrade. These guys, pray forgive me delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as father has been, tending to the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concern for the Scions. And besides, I've made them worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth, I will endeavor to write as often as I am able. A little effort to set their minds at ease while we continue to be away from Charlian. Both Elise and I are off to assist with Garlemald's recovery, you see, though uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation. We cannot well leave the capital in its present state. We'll rejoin those members of the Ilsabard contingent still stationed there. Lucia and Maxima helm the relief effort, with support from our allies, the people of Garlemald among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating the tempered across the lands. Unless you misunderstand, we do not seek redemption for failing Licinia and her sister. Oh, yeah, the girl and the sister that passed away. Failing. This is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because of the truth of Lord Quintus's words. The truth that whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the fallen empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces. And though I do not doubt that the intentions of the contingent, the greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies, may well find themselves drawn into a political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand into their hearts, that we might better help them begin anew. I'll visit when I can. By all means, full glad would I be for your visit, and I believe I speak for Elise as well. For fairly as long as I've been in Eorzea, you've been at my side, watching over me, in good times and in bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None could possibly keep count. The world is changing and will continue to do so, yet no matter what the future brings, I hope I will ever look on to you. In good times and in bad, as a dependable comrade and dear friend both. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. Lise? Seen to your preparations, have you? I'm just making another sweep of my belongings when to find that I've forgotten something halfway to my destination. Oh, and in case you hadn't heard, we received new reports detailing the devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the lands surrounding the Bounty, where the sky first began to burn. After that, the calamity was observed in the far north, in Garlemald, and the frozen lands beyond. We also had reports of the heavens catching fire in isolated locations, one of which was an area north in the northern empty. We had our quest taken any longer, Charlian too may come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. To be sure, blasphemies and lesser beasts may still be roaming about, but the localized cries should be well within the capacity of each nation to handle their own. The scions are no longer needed. Which isn't to say that we won't help where we can, of course. As individuals, no more of this order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald Alphino. They'll be among the worst affected and still need all the help they can get. It won't be easy. An inevitable part of aiding those in need is coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier, though. That I'll curse my weakness, my inability to fix every problem and save every lost soul. But no matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can, begrudgingly no effort. If I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you. Think back fondly to one of your many moments of triumph and the accompanying determined expression. Even those that still annoy me in retrospect, like when you activate the teleporter without warning. And should you hear about me, I want you to remember too. Remember that I'm out there somewhere trying my very best. Look forward to hearing all about your legendary Elise Levier. You think you can keep up with me? You asked for it, so you better watch out. Oh, yes. Next time we meet, I'll be vastly improved, so don't you be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. Ryanje. That's how spoken with our comrades. Though his parting is not forevermore, 'tis nonetheless the occasion for sorrow, akin to a pixie's path. The navigator of such farewells is perilous endeavor indeed. For their part, however, the Loperates embark on a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remaineth hospitable for the creatures of Aetheris. Thus thou lunar visitors convened with the Forum, intent upon assigning some new and beneficial role of our solitary satellite. Yet ere that may come to pass, such may be more each party must learn of each other. The process doth promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, the Cardia of Loperates hath gleefully dispersed across the lands in the name of mutual understanding. Heidelin, tis said, did imbue them with her love for all things born of the star. And 'tis as Vene's own nature, I believe, that doth manifest in the irrepressible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Having witnessed what they strove to achieve, I wish most keenly for their long labors to be rewarded, and that their abiding affection for man result in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope to continue our acquaintance and share in such knowledge as they see fit to impart. Acquaintance, I'd call it friendship. I did not wish to pursue. I would be honored should they consider me a friend. For 'tis certainly true that I have grown fond of their company. But I shall digress no further. The day shall belong to the scions, should belong to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, to mine incomparable companions. Oft times hath mine resentence caused thy grief. My actions spurred allies to suspect betrayal, and yet, here amongst you, I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude to thine acceptance and forgiveness. Thus indeed, I do proffer my humble support. Be it unto the deepest abyss or the highest heavens, even if must needs founder across stormy seas, ever shall I answer thy summons. Our champion and saver. I was beginning to think my chance for audience would never come. That sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried about yours and the rest of you. For that matter, on the mend, I trust. Glad to hear it. You were in a bad way, and healing magics or no, I'm impressed how swiftly you recovered. Then again, it's hardly the first time you've cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look what you accomplished. Meteon defeated, her Song of Oblivion cut short, the source and all her reflections delivered from the final days. If you had faltered at the last, then all hope would have been lost, but you held fast. Now Reen has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask no greater gift than that. As for a lesser gift, however, the next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Oriange as aimless wandering. We have a purpose in our roaming, after all, keeping an eye on things in the absence of the science on the world stage. There'll never be an end to the little problems that go unattended by nations. We will do our best to help out where we can and when we can. Which I suppose is an approach not far removed from aimless wandering when you get down to it. Perhaps you could tell her that I'm faring well and leave it at that, eh? No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for long, but when I think of home, 'tis the rising stones which comes to mind. How many times have we set out from this base, hence to return when our work was done? On the day the Scions came together, I hoped only for Minfilia to find a place where she belonged. Never did I expect to find one here for myself. Indulge me. I have a question for you, and imagine Minfilia herself is asking. Are you glad you joined the Scions? Never been a dull moment, that's for certain. That's a way of putting it. In many ways, the experience has left us far stronger than we had began. But all things must come to an end, at least for a time. Should you need a helping hand for infiltration or reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come run in, you'll likely get a certain funny-talking fortune teller into the bargain. Steinian. Oh god, he was in the part of the Scions even less than Graha. What are your thoughts? Stare. Good talk. If you found something to say, then out with it. Just worried how you'll earn your keep now. Just wondering how I'll earn my keep now. I mean, yeah. Ask about him or myself? I mean, I'm gonna ask him. As you talk as if the Science dissolution was more than mere pretense, there may be fewer calls to action, but should be compensated as before. Why are you so concerned for me anyway? In any case, I do not want for options. even if some are worse than others. No sooner did Amaric hear about our disbandment than he offered me a position as the guardsman of the Imperium District. As a former Azure Dragoon, I'm guaranteed to be popular, he said. What does he take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment, and have. Some days ago, a Hannish envoy arrived with word from Vitra. The word requested my presence as soon as things have settled there. He didn't deny to mention why I'm needed, but it pertains to dragons, like as not. In Thavnar, like elsewhere, the phenomenon caused the final days abated when you defeated Meteon. Though it was too late for those who had already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Those who sought refuge in Charlian, most have already returned home. But many don't have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Vitra and the Forum, such souls may remain in Charlian if they wish to work and study. Vitra was always the satrap. In truth, it's gratifying to see him become the one in name as well, the one who has complete confidence in his people, if the envoy's tone was any indication. I often find myself speaking favorably of dragons of late. Not so long ago, I would have assumed his benevolence hid ulterior motives, but it's clear as he cares for his people, and they in turn revere him. To know such a nation may flourish is comforting. Vitra's kin sought release from conflict, so weary that they of suffering it wrought, it sundered to oblivion. But Midgard Sommer didn't give up. In hope that he may return to distant Aetheris with his clutch of eggs. And though his progeny went on to become embroiled in conflict with men, there were some times when they transcended hatred to abide in harmony. That is their legacy and their triumph. In my lance, I feel the weight of their struggle and the strength of their resolve, and it lends me strength. These things I might have never learned if I had not joined you. Should you ever need me, I will come. At the very least, it might be an opportunity to earn coin. Ishtola. Are we saying our farewells too? I hadn't at present planned on a journey of any great length. Not that I'm adverse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscence. In fact, there was something I've been meaning to ask you, something that has been in my thoughts since the last flames of the final days subsided. What would that be? During our travels, we had witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles, more than can be easily recalled or remembered. And nestled among those memories are certain essential facts, the history of the theorists and the ancients, a glimpse of the Ea of their culture and philosophy. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be dismantling from informal records for wider consumption. When needed, I have penned reports and prepared briefings, but ever have I balked at the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth has given shape and an interpretation. When we seek to capture it with our words, it's invariably molded to fit the narrative, no matter how well-intentioned the rendering. An event is described as sad, a simitation which fails to express the emotional complexity, yet the word on the page is what endures, a pale shadow of reality. Throughout history, some have deliberately embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, deviations are the result of similar linguistic shortcomings, piling one upon the other until the end result is unrecognizable from its origin. Which is why I fear that writing an account of my own words would be akin to diluting the fine wine with water. Yet, even with the potential of corrupted meaning, I do, of course, realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would have been painfully unfair indeed. But what do you say on this matter? Should I take up the quill, reflect upon those experiences only when we have shared, and seek preserve them for posterity? Do it. Very well then, I shall endeavor to pen what I can of the Ea and their ancients, and so many other wonders. But I am no scribe, it will be less polished work and more recording of scattered notes. In any case, I feel much better having sought your opinion. Left to my own devices, we tend to overthink such things. Or otherwise return to the following, where my curiosity leads. After all, a safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted an entire new set of questions. Should you stumble upon the unknown, or struggle with something impenetrable mystery, know that I am your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. Well, you are blind. Graha! Goodest boy. This guy right. You have a moment to talk. Still wanna go on that adventure? With the science stepping away from the public eye, I've been left to consider what new endeavors I might pursue. After speaking with Krahal, I've decided I'll be assisting in her rebuilding of the students of Baldesion. Not only am I indebted to Master Golof for giving me a new home, but our old order never existed. But had our order never existed, I would never set foot within the Crystal Tower. How different my life might have been. Would have never met you, never became the caretaker of the tower, never became a scion. You gave me the chance to do so much good, and I hope to continue to do so with the students. For an added benefit, new mysteries often find their way onto our doorsteps, mysteries that could prove ideal for fulfilling our promise to embark on a new adventure together, unlike we've experienced before. Whenever you have the time and inclination, my friend, I stand ready to accompany you onto the unknown. Do you recall the realm of the Omicrons when I asked if you thought I may someday be mentioned in your epic? Well, 'tis true that I earned a place at your side would be the stuff of dreams. In the end, nothing would give me greater joy than to stand with you in the here and now. It needn't be some grand endeavor, there needn't be a promise. Whenever an adventure calls, I won't hesitate to invite you, and I hope that you will do the same for me. I'll hold you to that. As much as we have already seen, there's still so much we haven't. Who knows, perhaps we'll even encounter survivals of the Omicron somewhere out there. After all, given how they took to the stars, it isn't implausible that some found themselves far from home. And we should encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come. I would bid them seek adventure with someone, and with their partner to find a new purpose, a new dream. If for the crystals hold fast to dreams, why not Omicron's? Wherever your plans may lead, do not hesitate to send word. And I should commission an interest to come, and should a commission of interest come my way, you'll be the first to know. Tataru. Oh, we actually have trains going on finally? I missed out, but that's fine. I can always catch one later. Spoken your fill, have you? If so, I'm thinking of sending everyone off. With your permission, then. Your attention, please. At risk of spoiling the mood, the time of his departure is upon us. In my capacity as your receptionist, I bid you a safe journey. Till next we meet, be well. Unique wind-up, Heros, Endwalker Footfalls, Flow, Orchestron, Argos Horn. Load. Kicked Flamel out too? What the heck?
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then. Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
I have no clue.
Dravania. There is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Sharlayan before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loporrits. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Radzat Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge her plans.
Yeah.
Quite right. Indeed.
Fair point.
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
That was a nice thing to pop up in the middle of this. Meteon, away! Fiend. Yet stand tall, my friend. Journey will never end. Oh, we're back in Elpis.
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal.
Who is this?
And yet, something stirs. Yes. Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night. The beast hungers. Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as she foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium.
Oh, okay, it's for the raid.
Oh, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
You have completed the main scenario quest, Endwalker. Quests to unlock new content have now become available in Old Charleon. Additionally, you may now enter dead ends with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, open trust. Rest well, champion of Aetheris, for many and more adventures await you. Load. So Dead End was added. Which one is that? I don't remember. Oh, that's probably the dungeon. Well, since I'm here, we need to go to instance 3. still alive? Barely. I'm probably gonna die. Yeah, I didn't think I would get any credit for that. Took too long to load in and no one invited me. Ultima Thule. Can I click on the thing, please? Instance 3. And we are in instance 3. Can I get an invite this time? Invite, please! Three parties open in Party Finder. I hate having to do that. I wish people would just shout it out. Join. I can do that too. Oh, let's see. So now we're done with like everything. Everything's unlocked. Oop, hello. Oh, I'm a dance partner. Okay, scared me. That move. Back up in it. Nope, still got hit. Okay. Man, back to maxing out my flippin' FPS. Oh, they're done. Okay. Well, at least I caught part of it. Arrows. Lime green dye. Don't need that. Get out of here. Where's the? There it is. Horn. Okay. So we're done. I did that little bit of thing. Now I gotta grind fates in order to open up all the stuff for that. That's the entrance to the dungeon. Okay, the green mist is just like ambient. Alright, let's go to Limsa. I'm sure I've got stuff to drop off. I need to check on my retainers. I haven't done that in like days and days. Let's see. Yeah, let's go to Aft Castle. I don't know why my GPU keeps maxing out in those newer areas. Gaming, global display. Graphics. Alright, so all this stuff is like basically useless right now. Augmented Crypt Lurker. The missile casting. I know that's no good because I got the new weapon. Those are basically useless until I get caught up. Well, no, cancel that. The offending one's still good. We'll hold on to the ring. Temporarily, at least. Boots of aiming and a headpiece. Let's see. Recommended. 490 now becomes a 530 piece. Glamour blade. Alright, whatever I glam, I need to take off the chest piece. Yeah, I don't want to replace any of the idealized stuff. So... oh, right. Can't do that when you're nothing. Shut up. And then we go glamour plate. Turn that off. What the heck? Why is my GPU load like at 90%? Literally not doing anything. Yay. That's the Emperor's necklace, not once. Why did I have this one like this? I don't remember. Yeah, this obviously doesn't fit. Sleep is no longer a spell. Get out of here. The Aura piece is now much better. Interesting. Recommend. Get back my Materia. Alright, I don't think there's anything left to turn in. Oh wait, we got that, and then the boots, we can get rid of those. Oh, it's weird not having MSQ now. Mission with success. Give me some scripts. they're still completed for the week. Okay. And now we need to check on my custom deliveries. Do. What you got? No bonuses. And you do have bonuses on crafting. So let's do gathering. Rehabilitation aid materials. Actually, hold on. I have not checked on my retainers in quite some time. Iron nails, yay. Russia Hori, level 70. A little bit of money. Night Bloom sold. What are you wearing? Augmented Crippler of Healing. How are you a Sprout and you're level 90? Moon Lord Mail of Maiming. Must be the raiding gear. Oh yeah, that's right, because it was all like Final Fantasy IV related in look. Bees. All right. So we were looking at Ghostly Umbra Rock. No, not Hollow Novas. Stop that. Alright, now let's go there. believe it's on the north end here. It has been a long... Oh, there it is. It'll be a long time since I've done gathering. A yield +1. That's not going to be helpful at all. I believe we only need 600. Let's see. Yeah, 600. Definitely nice if we can do this without taking, like, all the GP to do it. Oops. Two. Three. That means I only need one more. That's all I need. Alright. Make a trip to Foundation. Turn that in. Yeah, that's right. Both of them are in Foundation. Go to the Western Rising Song. Currently 87, which is not bad. Oh, of course, we're maxed. Script exchange, gathering. Oh, right, we need the folklore. I forgot how many we needed. Are these the right ones? I think we might need to go take a trip to Razahan real quick. Which I believe we made a favor. Yes, we did. I think we needed folklore. Oh, I'm dumb. We don't need to go to Razahan for this. I just need to go to the level 90 items. Oh well, since we're here. Script change. Gathering. Yep, there we go. They're 100 apiece. Where did I... Oh, there they are. I have 28. Splendor vendor. Fieldcraft. Okay, so we grabbed geological for Ilsabard first, I believe. I did, right? Let's see. Regional folklore. The world unsundered. Not read the relative. Okay, there's Ilsabard. So we do have that one. CSR is an unsundered world. So I'm going to do Sea of Stars. Okay, so I did need to come here because I needed a Splendor vendor. Back to the foundation. Are we able to do expert yet? Because we only have one level 90 dungeon. Complete the following. Wait, it says I haven't completed either? What? Following requirements not met. Completion of the following. 2 different dungeons. Okay. They did say there was new quests that could be opened in Charlian. I guess we'll go take a look as soon as I get done doing this stuff. that. New nest. L2. What are we making? Printing essentials. Printing components. Deliveries. L2. Printing essentials. Still confused on why my GPU is like trying to max out on me. No one's on right now. Well, now we're to the point where we're going to start doing the daily grind. Especially with crafting, because I definitely took my time on doing MSQ, so I'm way behind on that right now. Ooh. Okay, let's see if we have any scripts to spend before we go turn in. Crafter script, level 80. We have 500. Resplendent Alchemist. I wonder what this is for. Crafter materia. Alright, so I can grab 2 of one of these. Still gonna be weird getting used to the stat squish. Soon I need to go through all my freaking materials and see what I can get rid of. Boop, 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 boop. Wrong job, wrong job, wrong job. Blacksmith. Alright, custom deliveries are done. Increases progress at half the durability cost, 180 and 100%, but you can't use waste not. Sure. Alright, we were going to go to Charlian, see what's up with the questing situation. I need to visit my retainers again, drop off all this material I've been walking around with. I wonder if the ship is still going to be in the harbor. No, of course not. It would have been cool to leave that there. That's a look. Ooh, blue quest. Cutting the cheese. Thank goodness you're here. It's something terrible. An awful emergency of cataclysmic proportions. What is it? I don't know, actually. They didn't say. It didn't sound simple, dreadful. What I do know is Building Way has been asking for you. He said if I happen to see you, I should tell you to hurry over to Condolia Knowles with all haste. Well, what are you sitting around for? Away with you. Must be dungeon related. Crystal from Beyond. Oh wow, we have a bunch of blue quests. Yeah, it appears that calculations are correct. I knew that at this very spot I would encounter none other than Miskai, the hero who saw us through the final days. So certain I was that my math I stood here for, well, let's not concern ourselves with that. I am Nemgigi, assistant to Professor Claudian. We work with the oscilloscope to observe the ethereal sea and delve into its myriad mysteries. Some mysteries, though, are beyond even our capabilities to unravel. The strange crystal we but recently discovered, for instance, defies every conjecture. You've been to the center of the star and far beyond it. However, we hope that you may see something in this crystal that we academics do not. Thank you. Lend us a well-traveled eye and appropriate. Professor Claudine will be eagerly awaiting your arrival. That must be for Pandemonium, because it had the Asian, or not the Asian, the Amaratian. Yep. Oh, this should, yep, this is nothing big, just unlocks the last part of the hunts. Now we have senior bills. And I guess this would be elite marks. Yep. It's become quite the pattern, eh? One would almost think Norata prefers to leave all the explaining to me, a conversation for another time, perhaps. You want to know more about the elite marks, yes? Hello? You are the gleaner extraordinaire who made all their way to the very summit of the heavens, are you not? The fuck are you guys? My word. Of all the most tiresome, let's say, that is to say, look how many of our esteemed clients have gathered here at once. Yes, and what of it? Considering the importance of my work and the snail's pace at which you are fulfilling my requests, it should come no surprise that we've come personally to insist that they are handled with the utmost urgency. Now, in order to completely validate my theories and protect them from any further impugnations, I have need of your talents. I require more samples to prove that the moon, and indeed the stars above, are teeming with life. Wait just a moment. My searches in comparative mythology is on the verge of changing our understanding of life as we know it. Indeed, samples of ancient organisms have never been of greater necessity. What nonsense! Surely the request made of the various departments of the stadium come first. Our pupils are the lifeblood and the future of Charlian, and we must provide them with the hands-on instruction in the classification of specimens of both Thavnar and Gollermold. Pardon me, but researchers have been in great need of your services. We have a mountain of requests relating to Labyrinthos fiercer specimens in the queue. Labyrinthos? Surely you jest. We have a talented individual here capable of exploring environs unlike any known to man, and you want her to go to Labyrinthos? Will not stand for it. Not when the myriad of discoveries await the field of xenobiology. Enough! Can't you see that you're bind you're putting Miska in? She will decide herself what to prioritize. Thank you very much. Rest assured that each and every your request will have been accounted for. Now off! Go! Shoo! Shoo! Aww. Do apologize for my colleague's behavior. Should you be interested in learning more of our requests, pray to find us in the Ethereal Plaza. Aetherite. Yeah, that. Heavens, I'm sure they mean well, after a fashion, but I would consider a personal favor if they learned to be a bit less demanding, or perhaps more than a bit. Any road, they will doubtless find themselves to behave if it means they'll get their precious samples. If you're keen to learn more about their elite marks, don't hesitate to make use of them. For our part, we're counting on you, so best of luck out there. Are they changing the way they're doing elites? Unique guild ship hunts now accessible. Kinda wanna go riding on a spaceship. Posted weekly. My guild ship marks. Yumcax. And Elpis. 100 sacks of nets, 5,000 gil. Yeah, I'll accept it. So we go to the map. They are not standing around the Aetherite. Interesting. Jamming way. Misuka, yes? Thank you ever so much for coming. In truth, I've been searching all over for you. You see, there's a most pressing matter in which I could use your wisdom and expertise. Oh, but we haven't actually been introduced yet, have we? My name's Jamming Way. I had the honor of serving as the communication officer aboard the Ragnarok. So anyhow, to the matter I spoke of, it began the other day when my curiosity got the better of me and decided to send a reconnaissance probe to Ultima Thule to investigate the environs. Much I was surprised when my robotic friend responded just a short while ago with the most urgent and dire distress signal. A distress signal from Ultima Thule? Now, even after you and your companions mercifully put an end to the threat of the final days, surely this intrigues and worries you just as much as it does me. I was just about to venture there and investigate further, but there's no telling what dangers might await. I am a communications officer, not an adventurer. Please join me on Thremazin. You may boldly go where you have gone before. Interesting way to put that. Let's boldly go where we've been before. Wandering Mistral. Oh, okay. Let's unlock the hard modes. Zodiac, Highland. Oh, just those two for now, huh? Thrilling adventure this might be. Good God, you fought on the moon and against Zodiac. Against all odds, struck down the pursuing being, traveling quick to turn to tragedy. Zodiac's fall proved to be the trigger of the final days. Yeah, it's pretty shit. So, words well over to me. Please lend them an ear. Yeah, it's, whatever. Now that we had to kill Heidelin. Nah. Probably a rousing adventure. In order to prove your readiness to avert the final days, you undertook a trial imposed by no less than the will of the star, Heidelin herself. Staggers the mind to imagine such an encounter, say not to the thousands of years that Vinay had resolved to wait. I dare say I have a song. You listen to it now. Their ends apart, two kindled souls met. Apart they would walk in life to protect. Eon since the past would converge, goddess and mortal, silence and dirge. Heidelin's Call. Oh boy, EX modes. Let's see. Boom, boom. Yo, bum, 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 dum, 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 dum. Let's go up to the Aetheryte and see if they're all standing around like they said they would be. Yeah, there they are. Oh, we'd be ever so grateful if we could, in the aid of the Gleaners, find some field research requests, so please don't hesitate to ask about the elite specimens in Labyrinthos. Massive trolls you find throughout Labyrinthos have long been a while apart. Oh, it's literally just like asking information about them. Oh, okay. Well, there's 2 quests that leave right here, so might as well go there. One of which should be opening Pandemonium. Oh, I still need to go to Gold Saucer. Greetings, and welcome to my humble laboratory. I'm sure Nemgigi has already told you plenty about us, but allow me to introduce myself personally. I'm Claudian, leader of the Little Research Collective. Must have been very nervous about this meeting ever since Nemgigi set out to find you. For research in my field, there is no greater honor than to meet the first woman in history to travel to the Ethereal Sea and return to tell the tale. Mercer speaks often in length of your deeds, but he has no small number of achievements of his own name. He has peered deeper into the ethereal sea than any other Charlian, and the breadth of his knowledge is peerless. Peerless, perhaps, but for a single woman, we must seize this precious opportunity to learn what we can from her, and perhaps crack this conundrum that has stumped the 3 of us for moons. It was we who peered into the fathomless sea of the Anti-Tower in the Dravanian hinterlands. There we spoke with Heidelin to learn the fate of what would befall the star in the final days. Soon thereafter, the research was moved to Labyrinthos, and then the Antiloscope we did continue our vigil. As impressive work as the device is, however, it can glimpse about a fraction of the sea's infinite depths. Which brings us to the matter at hand. Not longer after the Exodus was declared, we recovered an unusual crystal shard during a routine observation. It appeared before us suddenly and has been propelled to the surface by some unknown force. We found that it possessed an ethereal density that exceeds that of normal crystals by orders of a magnitude, and it seems resembles nothing which occurs in the natural world. It was made, not formed. Unfortunately, that was the extent of the information we could glean from what we were forced to turn to focus towards the Exodus. Bleh. The crystal was very nearly forgotten amidst the sudden upheaval. But thanks to the efforts of certain someone, the crisis is now behind us, and we are free to resume our research. Thus we decided to seek you out, the dauntless adventurer who delved into the unknown and beheld its innermost secrets. And now we would have you see for yourself. Here's the crystal in question. It resembles aught to you you have encountered before, even by the smallest degree. Please say so. Sparkle looks similar to the crystal on the first. Oh! It's one of those. Oh, I know it. I I know someone who bears a similar crystal. Memory abides within this crystal. Just tell him what it is. As I thought, you do know what this is. Please, tell me everything. Blah blah blah, exposition. I've been to another of our reflections and did the same thing. See, the Asians use these to transfer their memories to new vessels. Fascinating indeed. It was plain that the crystal was special somehow, but this revelation surpasses even my considerable expectations. Similar objects have appeared throughout the ages. Memories of martial techniques manifested in crystalline shards on the battlefield or stored stones passed from master to student. Comparison between said artifacts and the crystal may prove a fruitful first step in unveiling its true nature. What do you think, Professor? He's mumbling. Ancient memories, windows through which one can gaze in the convocation of 14. Unlike the crystal of Misuke's story, this one does not bear the mark of the convocation. Who, then, would these memories belong to? More importantly, why were they stored in this particular shard? More importantly still, why was it set adrift in the ethereal sea? Hello, Professor Claudian. Oh, yes. Sorry. I'm well aware that the contemplation is the key to a breakthrough, but there is a propriety to consider. We have a guest. When you invited explicitly, we must do this every time. Oops. What? Ah, yes, of course, our guest. Terribly sorry, I do easily find myself unmoored in the tides of rumination. Perhaps a more engaging use of your time would be for you to take up the crystal. If indeed there are memories stored within, they may reveal themselves upon upon contact. Sure. Stick my hand out. If anyone, message come, pandemonium, please. Faces, grave threat, star, in danger. Bad. The expression does not bode well. What did you see? I didn't see anything. Pandemonium. It's not a word that I've heard before. If my knowledge of the ancient tongue serves me, it means all demons. Not a name that inspires optimism, all things considered. In the event that another star-shattering cataclysm is in fact bearing down upon us, I would have the aforementioned examples of crystallized memory to hand. Namjiji, Rusana, I entrust their procurement to you. If there are any more memories to be extracted from this crystal, we will find them. As for you, there is a person I would have you seek, one who has delivered such a dire warning. Your story tells that the crystal would very well have been made by one of the ancients. If that is the case, then discerning the nature of this pandemonium would require a trip to the past, an era before the sundering. I know of only one individual capable of such a feat, the very hero who traversed time to prevent the world's doom. I must confess, the tales of people tell of your adventure beggar belief, and their veracity has been a subject of much debate among my peers. After today's meeting, however, there can be no doubt in my mind that every indescribable exploit is a fact. Incredible exploit. So I'm going to ask you now, return to the past, find out what and where Pandemonium is, and if we need to be concerned by this message. Yeah, sure. Thank you. For the time being, you should keep the crystal in your possession. I do not think you have seen the last of its memories, and the more may be drawn out as you approach the source. Safe travels, we may meet again soon to find our findings. To share our findings. To find our findings? And now we need to go downstairs. Lower level, please. I assume the ship is going to be back in here. Yep. Hello, Jammin' Way. I knew you would come. Clearly we have inquiring minds and a crushing need to be use of in common. Any road, I'm pleased to report that the Ragnarok has already been prepared for your journey, a journey that, fortunately, will not require the massive quantities of aether that were necessary in our previous voyage beyond the stars. How can this be, you wonder? Hell's if I know. Whether it is a parting gift from Mother, or perhaps the manifestation of Mithian's true desire, the vessel is strongly connected to Ultima Thule. So strongly, in fact, that it somehow simultaneously exists in both locations, here in Labyrinthos, out in the edge of the universe. This making more sense to you now? Well, no. Well, it matters little. What matters is that we get you to the other side and see what troubling Dearest probe. On that note, let's be off. So we can enter and exit the ship to just go straight to Ultima Thule. Okay. See, the writing exists here as it surely as it did. It does back in Labyrinthos. With the vessel forming a conduit of sorts, we also teleport between two locations. Convenient, wouldn't you say? Precisely because the locations are so indelibly connected with each other, however, I fear that whatever has triggered my probe's distress signal has the potential to threaten Labyrinthos as well, and I would investigate without delay. Let's see now. It would seem that distress signal is coming from base Omicron, not far from here. Let's hope the automaton friend can enlighten us further to this situation. It's probably the leader dude that didn't want to do shit. I could just teleport. Still the 100 gold. Hello. Nope, this is not who I thought it was. It's my precious reconnaissance automation, and yet it would appear that a good-for-nothing bucket of bolts has gotten his oily paws over it. Pray stand for a moment while I give it a good talking to. Wake up! You miserable sack of sockets! What in heavens do you think you're doing with my oh-so-valuable automaton? We are completing logic circuits. N7000 categorically denies the accusations of this hirsute organism. An advanced life form such as N7000 has no need for such outdated technology. On the contrary, this unit took pity on this makeshift machine and the primitive society which it created, and designed to issue a warning. Primitive? Outdated? I'll show you primitive and outdated, you. Wait, what is this warning you speak of? Initiating simplification. To explain in imprecise terms that your crude mind might comprehend, Sometime after the organic life form known as Miskai here came into contact with M017, the Omicrons noted an irregularity. Blah, 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 blah. So a powerful burst of energy from the remnants of the lost world. No doubt a reaction of Miskai and her companions defeating the Endsinger. Fortunately, the energy its wave self caused no appreciable damage. Less fortunately, it housed within it an encoded message from the strategic matrix known as Sigma-1. The message contained a single word, a single command: live. It seems innocent enough. Whatever is the problem? This message reached the sensors of Stigma-4, a logistics matrix that has long lain dormant, shocked back to life by the behest of its fellow intelligence. It has resumed its duties in constructing weapons of mass destruction. Furthermore, it is statistically probable that of 90% they will launch a full-scale assault on your imminently detectable home planet as soon as production is complete. Can't produce weapons if you exploded. Perhaps you can remove its power source somehow. The unit projects that would be less than ideal. Stigmator's protection capabilities are necessary to ensure that Omicron's existence is maintained in perpetuity. Disabling or destroying it in its incompatible with the command issued by Stigma-1. Is there a way we might simply change its mind? If Stigma-1 convinced the war is essential to its survival, could we not persuade it to unprovoked offense might threaten its existence even more? The grubby organic lifeform's proposition has merit. As a military information and operations specialist, this unit does not possess the capability to rewrite the memory banks of other artificial intelligence. If this unit were to hack Stigma's neural core and implant the memory that such an offense would lead to not to victory, but failure and near eradication, it must logically conclude that preemptive attack is ill-advised. To accomplish this, the unit will access Stigma-4 and use Dimensional Manipulator to generate a virtual environment simulating its memories of war. You must traverse the environment and nullify Stigma-4's expectations of victory. That sounds simple and not all likely to get us killed. What do you say? Can't be tougher than Omega, right? Commencing Strategic Operations Protocol. All participants in the mission, please accompany this unit to the access point at once. New dungeon? Yup. Speak with N7000 way over here. Vroom vroom. Man, the Omicron part was like really fast. From this access point, it will be possible for this unit to establish a communications interface with Stigma-4's neural network. You may be interested to know that this first time this unit has been able to perform this intended function since the day it was commissioned. This unit is honored, and it will do its utmost to maximize the probability of success. Are you saying that you've never actually done this before, and you really had me going with your advanced intelligence talk, but at least my probe had work experience? The fleet-ridden lifeform's evaluation is inaccurate. This unit is equipped with dynamic functionality. It simply has not encountered technology formidable enough to require its full capabilities before. More significantly, this unit has succeeded in establishing the interface with Stigma-4. All that remains is for you to enter the simulation and use whatever puny weapons are at your disposal to destroy the core that lies within. That should be enough to see the Matrix sufficiently traumatized. This unit will remain in this physical space to ensure the communication interface remains stable as you carry out the operation. And do take care. Although the environment is virtual, any pain you suffer within will feel quite real. The Stigma Dreamscape. It's a new dungeon. Alright, we're gonna do this dungeon and then we're gonna call it a night after that. Oh, dead ends. Which that one we can do with trust. The Mother Crystal. Avatars. Insufficient levels. That's gonna take a while. Oh, none of them actually leveled up yet. They're all still 81. Gross. Wow, this thing's really hot. It's still working? Yeah, it's still working. Why is it like burning hot though? Jesus. My tracker's like trying to melt itself. Yeah, it's still working though. It's not flipping out like it did in the past when it got hot. Still tracks well. Okay, let's see. Any weird things to do out here, maybe? There's the Chi battle. Anybody hanging out? Yup. Teleporter. Twins giving up their essence in order to make this bridge, which is just kind of like kind of unimpressive compared to everyone else's sacrifice. They created whole like traversable areas, and it's just like, oh yeah, we made a bridge. Level 90, but you haven't completed the final parts. Level 90, but you have crafted raid gear. You have a mix of things going on. Eternal Darkness Earrings casting. Oh, I probably can't see it because they've got the new, new Emperor one. Can we land? We can. So there's one of those there, and one of those there, and one of those there. Is there like 4 of them? Like, for each cardinal direction? Except north, apparently. I don't see one for north. East, south, or east, southwest. Nothing north. Nope, nope. Yep, there's one there. There's one to the north. Interesting. Ah! Okay. Dungeon run. Push the button. They brought back the twinning. Actually, not the twinning, it's the Omega Fight song. Direction into simulated memory confirmed. You are now witness the full war between Blood with the Alphatron star sources depleted and beyond hopes of sustainability. We're on the brink of destruction. Those who claim the resources of the other worlds clash. Those who believe the Alphatron might yet be saved. Alert, your presence has been detected. Suddenly units approaching current coordinates. I was gonna use my Mirage Dive, but never mind. Prototype Omega. Forward interceptors, okay. Mustard bomb. That's not too bad. Definitely not as bad as the real Omega. Stigma 4 has initiated something. Evasive action. Establish a connection with the next memory region. Objective was to obtain enrichment mineral resources of the Gloronite. 50 million of the Goron Knight asteroid belt by any means necessary. Now I'm trying to catch up. Ah! Okay, it did go off. Good. Oh, we can see the minerals they were trying to collect. What do we have here? Land a unit before you use of gondola with the local materials. Became standard operating protocol. where he's gonna end up and then go there without getting in his pathing. Okay. Oh, I'm two. Oh, he's dead. Okay. This unit projected the memory full of conflict on the Dragon Star. Dragon's assault was a great breach in the barrier. Infiltrate the facility. Yeehaw! Critical to use design systems in the Mega model, first deployed in unfinished state. Hybrid Dragon. Omega frame. Oh, okay. I thought the dragon was like part of the Omega model for a second. I was like, what is going on? Sigma's force receives self confirmed. Destroy the core, overwrite its expectation of victory. No, no, it's an eyeball. Stigma 4. mind hack. Don't mind hack me. Woo. Oh, okay. Mind hack isn't like make me do a force march. Okay. Lucky, I did not see the force march. Oh, I also forgot. That's the other thing. I need to start writing this stuff down. There's so many things to do now. I need to go get a new book for the week. Hooray! Oh. Please, thank you. Damn it. First time here and there was a minion and I didn't get it. Of course not. What did I roll? I rolled a 69. Nice. Optimus Omicron. Oh, he's here. Operation status success. Stigma 4 has abandoned its military offensive. N7000 submits new orders to Stigma 4. Stigma 4 is instructed to immediately cease production of all weapons and attack units and initiate production of diplomatic hologram units. Analysis of memory data complete. Further pursuit of planned invasion is calculated to have a 99.99999243643% probability of resulting in utter annihilation. N7000 orders are deemed strategically and logically sound. Reconfiguring production infrastructure. Take that, glowing eyeball! Oh, my dearest N7000, I apologize for all those times I called you a sack of bolts. Why, you're the most impressive military information and operations unit I've ever met. This unit expresses its gratitude to the hero Miskai and the soft-looking organic life form. The unit could not have succeeded without your help. It also marks the completion of this unit's duties. With the invasion halted indefinitely, there remains no military operation or conflict requiring this unit's functions. Prepare to shut down and enter permanent energy-saving hibernation. Shut down? What nonsense is this? Did you not receive an order to live just a short time ago? Eternal sleep does not sound like living to me. Come on, these guys, say something and set this bolt head straight, won't you? Shut down would be inconsistent with the order Sir gave you. Put your abilities to work for peace. This makes sense, like, logically. She's right. You were told to live, and live is what you're going to do. You don't have a war to wage anymore. You can use your talents to bring a new future to peace and hope. But what are appropriate protocols? This unit possesses little practical experience in peacetime operations. You can access Stigma 4, can you not? By interfacing with memory banks, might you be able to say, find knowledge of lost civilizations, so that you might not simulate for the edification of those who live now? Indeed, such a task would be within this unit's capabilities. But what about when that task is complete? Without an ongoing mission, sooner or later this unit is bound to lose its purpose. What happens then? Well, let's see now. I suppose you could always open a cafe. Back in Old Charlian, there's a fine establishment called The Last Stand. People gather there to share food, drink, company, and reasons to meet again. These got delivered for the world from the brink of despair and help people dream of a brighter future once more. What if you could do the same for other civilizations Meteon found? This unit finds the fairy-like life form suggestion difficult to process. And yet, realizing accurate simulations of myriad civilizations, including those that the Omicrons have not encountered, would undoubtedly challenge this unit to its fullest. It is a reason to remain active for the foreseeable future. Precisely, see? I knew we were onto something here. Speaking of here, Mitsukai, do you know anything anywhere nearby that could use as a good cafe? Yeah, we have the one up there that was like abandoned. There's an empty structure that might be suited for the necropolis. Well, why didn't you say so sooner? Yeah, I figures they would find a use for this thing. Last earring of slaying. Critical determination. Quit. Kahona Guardian. Oh, that thing. I remember that thing from Final Fantasy VI. Oh, would you look at that? A spacious counter, outdoor seating, and a fine layer of homey gray dust. It is the best view of that massive dead star that Meteon was lurking in for ages, looming ominously overhead. People are going to love this. Sure. Think about it. It's poetic. It's the very place where hope was nearly extinguished forevermore, now a beacon of it. This unit has not fully possessed the concept of a cafe, but will simulate elements of lost civilizations in its ongoing mission. That'll be just fine, N7000. You focus on what you do best, and leave the rest to me. I'll have you know, I learned a thing or two about preparing and serving victuals and beverages in my time at the Last Stand. Not to mention I've come up with the perfect name for the new establishment. The Last Dregs. An expiring moniker, wouldn't you say? This unit is unable to process the statement. We must defer to the furry lifeform's judgment. I take it as a yes. Now we have best get to work. There are many preparations to make before we're ready to open for business. You're more than welcome at any time, though, Miskai. And no, please tell the other Loporits I'm not dead. We did a dungeon and made a cafe. Interesting if more people actually start showing up and stuff. Last Dreg security protocol initiated. Any intruders will be eliminated. Repeat, last Dreg security protocol initiated. Data collection analysis in progress. Please stand by for the next replication process is complete. Sina's welcomes Musadashi Bisakai and reports this unit is currently in the process of observing the residual energy exuded by the Dread Star. Sina's next task is to analyze the data and utilize the reoccurring remnants of lost civilizations from the depths of Medion's memories. A cultural salvage operation, if you would. Big guy, come to the last dregs. I'm afraid we're not open for business quite yet. If you would make yourself comfortable, is there anything you'd like help you with in the meantime? Nah, nothing for now. We are going to go back to Charlian though, so we can start getting some rested XP, because I was AFK in an area without it for days on end. Oh god, okay. Yeah, that's definitely a good place to stop. Definitely took a little bit longer than I was expecting. But now we're finally through the story, and now maybe hopefully my GPU will stop freaking the hell out. I don't know what the heck that was about. I had to keep clicking off the game so that it would stop trying to overload. Which made no sense at all. Okay, so we're back at Charlian, blah blah blah. And now it's trying to overload again. I'm just walking up to Charlian, blah. Let me just, like, look at a wall. Alright, anyways. Yep, I'm gonna do my end card thing and get the heck off of here for the bit. Stream end.